This customer ordered a mermaid-inspired cake for her granddaughter's 2nd birthday. She requested different shades of blues, purples, and pinks, but most importantly, she wanted me to include an iridescent or almost pearl-like sheen. So I started out with this multicolored buttercream base for both tiers. She wanted me to include birthday girl's name and age on the cake, so I used my Cricut Maker to create this custom name topper. I love her name, Azuli. I think any form of blue or azul, which is blue in Spanish, for a girl's name is so adorable. I then sculpted this super cute pink fondant clamshell topper. I placed it right on top and left it open because I thought it would be a cute place to add birthday girl's age. I cut out a number 2 in white fondant and used this pearl luster spray to create that pearl sheen. I highly recommend this spray. I'll go ahead and link it in my Amazon storefront. Next, I cut out several circles using pink, purple, and blue fondant. The customer had a very specific vision. She wanted just a few mermaid scales off to the side rather than having an entire tier covered in scales. Next is my favorite detail. I made these little mermaid tails using my fondant silicone mold. I actually made these in light pink fondant, but I used my airbrush to add all of those purples and pinks and blues. And I finished them off with that pearl luster spray. I then made these beautiful pink rice paper sail toppers. I did pre-make these the day before since they took a couple of hours. I think they look so good on this cake. It's sort of giving like a coral or seaweed vibe while it matches the theme and colors of this cake. And the last but certainly not least important element are these beautiful seashells. She wanted lots and lots of white seashells on the entire cake. So I used all of my seashell silicone molds and made dozens of different sizes and shapes of seashells. I added these all around using some clear piping gel to keep them in place. And I just kept placing and adjusting until the layout felt balanced. After this, I wanted to add tiny white bubbles all around the cake, so I did this 2 different ways. First, I bagged up some white buttercream and used a small round piping tip. I began piping these little dots everywhere, and once I was happy with the placing, I grabbed my pearl sprinkle mix. This comes with small white pearls in about 5 or 6 different sizes. I start with the larger ones and then I work my way down to the smallest pearls. I'm almost finished. I just need the most important detail, glitter. I grab my fancy edible glitter spray and add this everywhere. And to finish it off, I couldn't forget the pearl luster spray all around the cake. The final touch of shimmer that the customer specifically requested. And now this mermaid-inspired cake is all finished. Here's what it looks like in my light box. I was so happy with how this cake turned out. I boxed it up and then loaded in my car for delivery. Here's what it looks like, and this order also came with 2 dozen matching cupcakes. Once I arrived, I took everything in and the customer went crazy over how the cake turned out. She had been setting up and decorating her house for the party all morning and everything looked so adorable. She really covered her ceiling to give that under the sea vibe. I was obsessed with how she color matched everything, and here's a close-up of the cake. I'm so happy she loved it because I really enjoyed making it. I hope